gentlemen. Happy Friday Eve. I'm recording this on Thursday, but I probably won't post it till Saturday morning. I've been inspired because I am embarrassed and ashamed of my behavior and what it has cost me. My behavior has allowed me to catch an incurable disease. And this is not fun to talk about, but it's a fact. This is one there's no cure for. It's not, you can't catch it from me, but it's a little bit gross. It's a lot of bit gross. What am I talking about? It's completely disgusting. You won't be able to tell that I have it by looking, at least not for a while. It's not one of those things that you can see by looking at my face, my body, whatever. Not for a while. Eventually you will. And this is the podcast that's going to explain it, how I caught it, and how you can avoid it. I didn't know I had it at first. The symptoms were really, really light and moderate and infrequent, so I didn't even think about it really. It was one of those things like, this will go away. This is not full-time. This isn't permanent, terminal, whatever. It'll go away, just like everything else, just like a bad cold. Except for it's the worst cold you'll ever have. And I should probably be shunned. I didn't mean to catch it. Obviously, none of us ever think we're going to catch something like this, regardless of our behavior. But sometimes our actions catch up to us. In this case, they did. I'm not going to whine and cry about it. This is my cross to bear. Hopefully my sharing of this story can help others avoid my fate. I don't know exactly when I contracted this. The professionals have all got varying opinions on when, and I've been to several around the country to figure out what this is and what I can do to get better. But from what the diagnosis is, it's permanent, it's terminal, and if left untreated, it can accelerate my demise. And again, this is my fault, my behavior. I deserve the scorn and punishment of all. I'm willing to accept it now. Some of the people I've seen about it say I could have contracted it at a very young age and not known it, maybe even as early as teenage years, maybe before, who knows. I'm guessing not, but they don't know when you catch it. They don't know how. There's some ideas and some thoughts and theories, but all I know is I have it. The reason I want to talk about it now, as opposed to later, is someone that I know from work bought my book unbeknownst to me and read it and shared with me that she was reading it. And she said, "Your brutal honesty is refreshing and needed." I've laughed and cried, and I walked that path with you through the whole book. The fact that book impacted her that much, that, the honesty part of it really helped her. Maybe I can help some others with this piece of honesty and help you avoid my fate. One of the things that I do know about this disease is that people are quick to punish due to lack of understanding. People are quick to assign blame for you having it because of lack of understanding. They are quick to use your condition, your disease against you due to lack of understanding. They will justify their behavior against you and the awful things they do to you because of lack of understanding. See the trend here? Lack of understanding. Not much is known about this condition, even though millions of us have it. I gotta stop saying condition because it's a disease and it's disgusting. So what do I have? SUD. SUD. Even the name is gross. It is the long-term The long name is substance use disorder. And it's awful. And I wish I didn't have it. I wish I wouldn't have been so stupid as to catch it. Because there's no cure for it. Once you have it, you have it. There's treatment. And lots of us live long, healthy lives as long as we're in treatment. But it's the ones that slip away that we lose too soon. Obviously, some of this is tongue-in-cheek, but not much. Yeah, substance use disorder is a disease. Addiction is a disease. None of us catch it. I think we're born with it, and that seems to be the common trend. You may release it or unleash it, however you want to say, by behavior, but I don't even think that's it. It'll manifest itself in other ways if it's not booze or drugs or sex or food or any of the things that we really like to take away the pain. Now, was I joking about it being terminal? No. For alcohol abuse, 178,000 deaths per year. Drug abuse, 112. So we're about 300,000 people die a year from drug and alcohol abuse or addiction. 600,000 people die from cancer. It's one of the number one killers of men. 120,000 men die every year from alcohol. Imagine that. It is disgusting. I do have it. I don't want to die from it. So I've made a decision not to. Not gonna. I'm gonna stay in treatment. Now, here's the point of this podcast. Here's the whole reason for me doing it, because I've been getting lots of messages on the things I've been saying in the last few episodes, and people have questions. And I'm glad they're asking. Some of them are awful, awful personal, but they're worth it. They're worth a review, and they're worth talking about. Now, the purpose of the book was to kind of talk about what I had done, get that out in the open, and, try to confess my sins in a bigger way. But another piece of it, and a bigger piece of it, was to demonstrate that, oh my goodness, we can actually treat this disease successfully by sharing stories, sharing successes and failures, and answering questions that people have, because this disease touches a lot more people than we admit. One of the main questions I get asked in every setting, no matter if I'm doing a public speaking engagement, private chat with a group, 12-step group, is, and usually not there as much, but why did you quit? Why did you quit drinking? And that's an easy one to answer now. I don't know. I don't know why I did. I was ready. All the people in the world told me I needed to stop. I waited till I lost just about all of them, and then decided, okay, maybe I need to. It's a tough question, and it's impossible to answer because it's different for everybody, and it's painful, and it sucks, and it stinks, and it hurts, because the people that are sitting there next to you watching you destroy yourself and everything around you don't understand why you can't. They know you're smarter than that. They know you're more capable than that. They know you're stronger than that, but you can't. And why won't you do it for them? Why won't you do it for your family or your career or any of those other reasons? And that's the most frustrating part to answer, because there isn't a good answer. It is one answer. It's a disease. Why does cancer make you sick? Why does addiction make you sick? Same thing. I saw my dad do things that he would never do when he wasn't in treatment. And stuff, nothing major, but the rage I saw in his eyes sometimes it took me back to a teenager when I had earned the rage. These moments were unearned, and they weren't directed at me. They were directed at life in general. But he was tired, he was sick, he was sore, and there was nothing he could do to fix it. Nothing. Not one thing. And he could see the look in my eyes when something went sideways, and he was immediately remorseful and sad and sorry, and none of it was his fault. Yeah, he did the action. Yes, he was sorry, but it's not him. That was the disease. Instant forgiveness, because you can understand it. Of course you're going to snap. You're in constant pain 24/7. You're sicker than hell 24/7. You can't taste your fucking dinner 24/7. One of your favorite meals, pickled bologna, cheese, and crackers at camp. Can't do that anymore. Can't taste it. It's gross. It's disgusting. All you have is this horrible texture and no taste. Do you think he wanted to act like that? No. The answer is no. You don't even have to answer that. I'll tell you the answer. It's no. Dad was not like that. It was the disease. Guess what? What I have is very similar. I don't want it. I didn't want to hurt people. I didn't want to act the way I did. Is this an excuse? Nope. Am I responsible for everything I did? Yeah. Here's the ask. Here's the important piece of this whole podcast. Yep, I did what I did. The people that you're around that have addiction problems or have this disease, they do what they do. It's unfortunate, and I hate it. I wish there was a pill we could take that magically delicious. All of a sudden, it's gone, you're cured, and it's over. But there isn't. There is treatment. We can get better. What we ask is the same compassion that you have for those with other terminal diseases, because this is, if it goes untreated, you can bet your ass it's terminal. One of the questions I also get is, weren't you afraid to die? Are you kidding? I wasn't afraid to die. I was afraid to live, especially after everything I did, after the divorce and all my lies and all the bullshit that came out. No, I wasn't afraid to die. I would have welcomed that. I was afraid to live. All of a sudden, you got to face all the people you love and the scorn from people that you do love and don't know and all the other different stuff that goes with it, because this disease is okay to punish, and that's bullshit. It's not okay to punish someone that's sick, especially after they're on their way up and they're trying to get better and they're doing their best to get better. So if you're dealing with somebody that's got addiction problems, if you're dealing with somebody in this world, you need to make a good decision. Are you compassionate toward that person? Do you love that person truly? Because if you do, it's a tough road, and you need to be just as strong or stronger than the person fighting the disease. That's a fact. One of the things we're told in recovery in some of the rooms we spend time in is that what other people think of us is none of our business, and I agree with that. We're also told that we are supposed to eat the anger and the hatred and the bad feelings that are directed at us because of the actions we took in the past. I agree with that too, to a point. Taking responsibility for your actions is part of life. It doesn't matter if you have a disease or not. What I disagree with is the duration. Life is hard for everybody. We all have challenges, no doubt about it. People in recovery are no different. I'm an advocate for those in recovery because we do not start off with a head start. When we get diagnosed with this thing, it's not, oh my gosh, what can we do to help? It's not that at all. And I'm not crying, poor me, poor us. It's not it at all. What I am saying is, for those of us in recovery, for those of you seeking recovery, for those of you even thinking that you want to try it, do it and be proud of it. Is it hard to walk in that door of AA the first time? Hell yeah. Again, the first chapter of my book is called 100 Laps because I was too embarrassed to go in there. Easy as shit to go into the bar right on Main Street, park right in front of it. That's my spot. That's my chair right in the front window. Piece of cake. Walking in the door of AA is hard. Is that because it is hard physically? Nope. Mentally, yes. Why? Lack of understanding. We fear that which we do not understand. It's easy to be pissed off at somebody that's a drunk, but it's very difficult to be pissed off at somebody that's sick. Very difficult. And to carry that shit on forever and ever, that's not the person in recovery. If you're trying your best and you find it, and it's a beautiful thing when you do, and I can't wait for all of you that are seeking it to find it, because when you do, it is glorious. Are there going to be people that resent your health? Yeah. And it's a shame. The shit they'll forgive from other people compared to what you've done is amazing. Don't stop. Never stop. Don't you dare stop succeeding to help someone else find success. If someone else's success is predicated by your failure, let them fail. Don't you fail. You keep going. You keep getting better. The more you're into it, the longer you're healthy, the easier it'll be, and the longer you'll stay healthy. Keep going. You've got it. It's in you. If you want it, you can do it. No doubt in my mind. I have been so remiss in my talks about recovery, and it's a shame. And you know what it is? I'm in my new house. I'm happy again, like joyful, happy. It's a clean house. It's brand new. All the stuff in it's brand new, except for my chair, which I love. Keeping that forever. That joyful bit is back. I want to share that joy with you, that happiness with you. You keep going. I don't care if you're recovering from sugar, from booze, heroin, coke, food, sex, whatever it is. If you're recovering from it and you're trying and you're making it bit by bit, you keep going because I'm proud of you, and that's a lot. What you're doing is hard. Keep going. Here's a quick exercise and then I'll let you go. Every morning when you look in the mirror, just say this and look yourself in the eye. Don't just look at your nose or your forehead or your scraggly beard or whatever you need to work on. Look yourself in the eye and say progress, not perfection. I don't care if you're in recovery. I don't care if you're just waking up and it's Tuesday. We don't talk about Monday. Monday's just another day, but Tuesdays can be a real bugger. Progress, not perfection. Say it and look yourself in the eye and mean it. I'm telling you, that's the truth. It works. You're on your way. We do recover. We really do. Thanks for listening to this one. This is a long one, but there's been some important stuff I needed to get out. Hopefully you're inspired. Keep going. Stay sturdy. Thanks, everybody.